Welcome to Global Sports Network. This is Cameron Banks.
And I'm Al Tito.
This is Full Court Press. We're here to give you some basketball talk, go over a few things that happened this past weekend.
Right.
So our Rockets started out this week. We're 1-2 right now.
We are.
In our division. In our division, we're looking pretty good, but overall, this is a shaky start for us.
Shaky start. But guys, this is the start of the season. You know, we could have started off better, of course, but we've been so used to a quick start from the Rockets.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the last year beating the Warriors out of the gate. I don't care if it's just a bounce and missed shot by KD to lose that game at the very, very end. Still beat them, and it's a great way to start the season. Starting the season against the New Orleans Pelicans, and AD coming in here and throwing up over 30 points.
Mm-hmm.
Elfrid Payton coming off the bench and throwing down a triple-double. Stuff like that can't happen.
Yeah.
But with our philosophy of double the offense minus the defense, it's pretty tough to see.
Well, I know for a fact in that first game, we're missing the presence of Trevor Ariza and Lou Bamunte. That was our defense, and that was what bailed us out whenever our best defense, which is our offense, wasn't working.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with us being able to shoot that amount of threes, I think we set the record in threes made for the past 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And James Harden alone, with his ability to get to the free throw line, that right now is slowing us down. That's showing us that we are exposed on the other end of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
What I think we need to do next, especially with this upcoming game against the Jazz, I think we need to really just focus on the lineups, making sure that we win each lineup battle, not necessarily the whole game.
Right. But the Rockets right now, they need to move forward and really double down. And, James Ennis got to see those minutes to get better. PJ Tucker needs to stay consistently in the lineup. Because, if you start sitting PJ to maybe give Ennis a little more time, or, hopefully when Marquise Chris comes back, he sees some more time. But PJ has got to be that anchor to lock down that defense. He's the spirit of our defense coming off anywhere.
But PJ cannot do it alone. And the thing that PJ Tucker's missing is the length to guard some of these guys that are really longer. I think Anthony Davis was a major problem for them because nobody could handle the length.
Right, and then adding Julius Randle and Nikola Mirotic coming off the bench.
30 points.
It's very, very tough to see that.
Yeah.
Guys, moving on from the Rockets real quick. The Toronto Raptors, Kawhi coming back and really being a force for the Raptors.
Yeah.
I know we've talked about it at length, and it's so good to see him coming off that injury and just becoming the Kawhi of old very quickly.
Well, Kawhi Leonard's been off for about 2 years now, and it shows, and everybody's thinking of how he plays the game.
Yeah.
Everybody seems to forget that Kawhi is one of the best two-way players in the league. Not just on the offensive side, but defensively. The claw is here, and he is showing it. Him and Danny Green with that double block the other day. Come on, man. Who could be more in sync than Danny Green and Kawhi Leonard right now?
It's really cool to see that chemistry is carried over to the Raptors. I think if Kawhi would have gone over solo, he would see his tendencies kind of creep in to the rest of the team, and that's still going to happen. But having Danny already there is really helping his game a lot.
Yeah, it's almost as if they brought the Spurs to the East with that style of play. They've slowed down the Toronto Raptors. They're trying to get Kyle Lowry involved because if you get them involved, they've always been the number one seed in the East. They always got stuff by LeBron too. But now it's looking like they could possibly overcome that hump and at least get to the finals this year.
Right, and I feel bad for the Celtics because the Celtics are just as loaded. But, this last game on Saturday night, it seems evident that they're going to have a tough time getting past the Toronto Raptors.
Well, the main thing that we had to focus on with the Celtics is the fact that they have so many great guys and so many different lineups they can throw at people.
Big time.
Those younger guys, they've shown that they can play the game, and they want to fight for every single minute they can get. So you're going to see Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum putting on a show. And with the speaking of the younger guys, in 2022, it is the end of all of that. One and done is over with, man. These guys are going to be able to come out and really do what they want to do. How do you feel about that?
I think it's going to be great. I think that it's another outlet for these guys who come out of high school and they don't know, they're not talented enough to get that scholarship or anything like that. So this gives them an outlet to maybe go and try out for one of these G League teams. But at the same time, I think it's kind of a snub to the WNBA. I realize that the WNBA does not have the viewership that the NBA does, but I really think that the viewership that the WNBA is going to compete with the G League being televised now. These guys in the G League are getting paid $125,000 out of the gate. Yeah. That is the max contract for a WNBA player, and that is just it's despicable.
Right. I'm glad you brought up
need to be paid more.
different leagues because it also has a slight to the JBA, the Junior Ballers Association, with LeVar Ball because he tried his best to give these guys another avenue.
Yeah.
You brought up the WNBA, and I just want to give a major shout out to a guard for the Washington Mystics. Christy Tolliver is now one of the first active players ever to be a coach in the NBA as a woman and an active player in the WNBA. I got to give my hats off to you. She is now the assistant coach of the Washington Wizards player development.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's something that's really good to see, and I'm glad that the NBA is integrating women. I just want to see one become a head coach and then take these guys to
All
the
the way.
finals, like the first year, win their
Yes.
championship, so no women can be underpaid in the NBA. Because you know for a fact, you get a woman coach, you're going to the finals.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
That's
guys,
really cool to see.
this has been Full Court Press. I'm really glad we got to end on a bright note. That's good. That's good.
Absolutely.
But guys, I'm Alan Tito. Remember to drop a link or comment below, and we'll hit it next week.
Yeah, we'll talk to you real soon. Take care.